Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hope on the Rock number 3. So good to see you all here this evening on a Monday night. We're so excited for tonight. Tonight is going to be a pretty special one. It's Hope on the Rock with Tina Maddigan and special guest Michelle Doyle. So I'm going to invite you all, if you're watching, to take a second. Share this video on Facebook. Call your friends. Share it on Instagram. Tell people to come on over and join us as we help raise money for local artists in Theatre St. John's and food banks in St. John's and surrounding areas. So before we start, while y'all are out there sharing our video tonight, I'd like to acknowledge some of our donors for the last 2 weeks. Our goal is to raise $5,000. And so far, we've raised $3,720, which is incredible. So I'd like to acknowledge some of our donors. We've got Diane Vincer, $25, Irene Murphy for $25, Charlene Dalton for $40, Debbie Williams for $100, Dana Bambrick for $20, Sylvain Leblanc for $100, Gladys Dunn donated $100, Katrina Basha donated $30, Carla Hunt $20, Jillian Janes $20, and Noreen Bonnell $20. So thank you all for graciously supporting our cause. And I'll continue those names as we go throughout this evening. So that being said, I think let's get going. Let's get the lady of the hour online with us, the one and only Tina Maddigan. Tina, are you there, Tina?
Yeah. What now?
Yeah. Are you there? Oh, hey.
It's just. Can you hear us? No, I can't do that right now. Riley, I can't do that right now. Hi.
Hi, Tina.
I don't even think this is working right now. You know, Keith, I'm so thrilled to be with you tonight, and from my music room. That felt like a Shelley Neville gracious welcome. But I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even quite ready. Sadie is finishing up ballet.
Okay.
She is in one room. And Riley is probably fortnighting somewhere. Listen, Keith, the truth of the matter is this really is what mom life is like. They need you 24/7. And, I'm excited to be, listen, I'm not together like Shelley and Michelle, like the other dynamos. Okay. But I am what I am. And I'm just going to keep getting ready as the show. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? They're both standing here now looking at me.
Oh, are they sweet?
If you want to say, you might as well just come over. You what? No, you can come and say hello. We'll hear.
Hello. Who's that?
These are some things that we're doing to keep occupied. This is a mess. I made it.
It's beautiful.
That Sadie made, and this is Riley. And we just wanted to go for a full coverage feel. And Riley thought he would fix it by just putting the eyes a little higher above the mask. And this is Sadie, everybody.
I'm the Banana Man.
She's dressed in her American jumper because that's what the theme of ballet was. Okay, now can you go? I love you both so much. Riley, just get some Cheez-Its. Sadie, go grab a fruit roll-up. Don't go that way. That's where all the wires are. And I'm just still getting everything. And there's blah. And she's right in the middle of all of it.
What's your cat's name, Tina?
Timbit.
Timbit. Now, don't you wish you had a Timbit?
I would kill for a Timbit. Listen, I'm thrilled to be here. Do I look all right?
You really do. I mean, you looked all right before, but I mean, you look pretty fabulous there, Tina.
Yeah. Well, fabulous or not, we're here to make some money. What?
That's what we are. That's what we are. And
now,
so
I got to figure out where me hooker things ends up into the boxes to plug in for sound and all that stuff. I think I'm going to lose you. Do you have anything to talk about for a minute?
No. Well, yeah. I can go through. Let's do a few more names before we get started. And we ask our special guest to join in. So we've got Carla Hunt donated $20, Jillian James $20, Noreen Bonnell $20, Janet Bart $20, Laura Kennedy $20, Debbie McGee, $25. Dawn Boutillier, $40. And Randy Smith, $50. Tina, isn't that incredible? People are just opening up their wallets and they're supporting. So while Tina is figuring out some of the sound on her end down in Kansas, if you'd like to donate this evening, head on over to www.gofundme.com/hope-on-the-rock. And you'll notice the little banner there at the bottom. So that banner will be there all evening. So just head on over there and check out the website. Every dollar counts to help support our theater artists and our local food banks in and around St. John's.
The sound working.
Oh, Tina.
Oh, sorry. Could you hear me?
Yeah, well, that's what tonight's about. Tonight is all about truth and backstage.
I'm so sorry. Look, I'm beet red.
Oh my gosh! And who's that handsome man there next to you?
Oh my God! Look at the face. Look at this is my financial advisor. He handles all things.
Check. Similar.
Oh God!
He's tonight's stage manager. So while Tina figures that out with Danny, let's bring in Michelle Doyle. Michelle Doyle. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, wave, Edie.
How are you?
Very good. We're really good.
Who's that person there with you?
This is Edie. Want to say hi, Edie?
Hey, Edie.
Turn your head, my darling, till I has a glass of my wine.
Here, cheers. Cheers, Michelle.
Cheers, Keith.
Cheers.
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty. Mm.
Are you thirsty?
You want to show Keith what we made today? This is a cow. Is this the cow? What else did we make today? We made a sheep, a black sheep at that.
Right on. Right. Hey.
A pig, an upside down pig, and my favorite one. What's this one?
The caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
So what did you make these out of? What's the material?
Oh, this is what is it called, Edie?
A purse.
No, but what is the clay called? Do you remember? Dry, fast clay?
Dry clay.
Dry clay. It's pretty cool, actually, because it's like, it comes out of the jar really sticky and gross.
Yeah.
And then it kind of forms into almost like a Play-Doh, and then it dries. So now we're going to stick magnets on these and put them on the fridge.
Amazing. And so Michelle, Tina was mentioning, about her family, and we got to meet her children. And so a big theme for tonight's show is family and how we are, I think building our relationships even tighter with our family these days. So
yeah.
I'm gonna bring Tina back in.
Okay. Awesome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh my God, you sound amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is that your microphone?
It is. It's my Mother's Day microphone. I was looking to do some backups with Jan Arden, and here we are. That sounds a little like my Martha Stewart. Speaking of Martha, Michelle, you're not cooking for us this week. Tell us, what have you and Edie been cooking in the kitchen?
Well, what's our favorite thing to make, Edie? You forgot?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. She loves mac and cheese. But we have made egg bites before. I think we got a little video of that for later on, maybe, of us making egg bites, which are really fun.
We're going to share that recipe with everyone watching.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? Everyone's been missing, the Starbucks, isn't it? Has those, egg bite things, right?
I love those. I tried to make them for my mom one time, and she said that they were the slimiest thing I ever made. So obviously I'll follow your recipe and not whatever.
Day does it right fancy with the sous vide or whatever it's called, but we just did them in the oven, didn't we? And they were pretty good.
Oh, you bake them in the oven?
Nice hair.
Oh, you are so sweet. Michelle, isn't really what it's all about. It is really amazing to be stuck with our kids, but in the same sense, it's a lot during a quarantine, don't you think?
Oh yeah, Tina, I was just saying to my sister yesterday how much I love to craft. And I'd like to say, Edie made this one. That's a pig. I made this one. This is supposed to be a unicorn. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a narwhal.
I made it.
You made that one? The pig.
Oh, you did so good. Did you see we tried to make face masks?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is
It
a
was-
cow.
It was so. What did you make?
A cow.
A cow.
Oh, I love your cow. And then Michelle, do you love having all those trinkets left around? Do you
Oh
save
my
them
God.
all?
There's nothing I love more than small plastic toys.
Yes,
Or like, I figure you
I
could just
made the sheep.
I
would
love
say
the
just take
sheep.
$20 bills and burn them.
Yes,
Because those
I
toys last for about 5 minutes and then they're just things
And
to
I made
step
the
on.
person.
and
Yeah.
then when those things end up in the I don't know where they went box, do you ever feel guilty?
Not even for a second.
How do you
Like,
feel for a second?
Zero.
I'm
even
not-
for a second.
I'm not kidding. So there is a place called Five Guys here, and they have burgers. And I was dying for burgers and fries. So
We have that in Florida. Yep.
oh my God, I love
So
Five
good.
Guys.
That's-
Terrible on my stomach. Terrible, Michelle. That's what maybe a healthy burger and some healthy fries. And so Sadie always takes her fork and she makes like a person around it. And I swear to God, a week later, she was like, Mom, did you see that person I made out of the fork and the tin foil? And I was like, excuse me? Yeah. She was like Forky from Toy Story. I was like, I didn't realize I needed to keep that. Was that like a little Mother's Day thing you left behind?
Well, Edie was into, what were they called, Edie? LOL dolls? Was that last year?
Oh my God. The basement is filled with them, Edie.
Oh my God. Well, they're like a fortune, and then they're like very tiny little things that get caught in the drain. Going down.
Those little shoes.
Yes, those little shoes. Who's got time for that?
I mean, seriously, the Dyson can suck them up, but let me tell you, you end up taking the Dyson apart, and you're like, really? Did Tinkerbell need to have such small, little, tiny, like teacups?
Exactly. Oh my.
My only hobby is tracking my Amazon packages lately because I feel like my kids are old enough now that they're like, oh yeah, we would just like to sit here on our iPad, and I'll say, how much screen time have you had? And they'll say, only like 2 hours. And I'll be like, well, you got another 12 to go.
Give me 1 second. Listen.
Well-
I was thinking last week, all I could think about when Shelley Neville came on, and she was like,
Mommy, I
oh
have
my God, this quarantine thing has been amazing. I've been looking through books and I'm all gorgeous. And I was like, who has
No,
Mommy,
it's yours. Mommy.
Mommy, I have this wine glass. So if the sand is all gone on the top, then it's time to turn it off.
Okay, she is timing me.
You're joking. Oh my God.
For
I hope we're done.
the computer.
And
Computer time.
on that note,
Michelle, we're gonna let you go now. We're gonna let you watch that sand go through the sand of the hourglass, just like the days of our lives here now tonight. And then we're gonna bring you back in about 20 minutes and you'll share with us a little recipe. How's that sound?
Awesome. Sounds great.
Good to
Rock
see you.
it.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
bye, Michelle. Oh my God. Seriously. I love that she set a timer. You need to have a timer on me sometimes.
I do in the corner.
Oh, never mind.
Don't you worry.
All right. Moving right along. What's the next segment called, Keith?
So we had some incredible concerts. Hey, the last two Mondays,
Yeah.
the most incredible and beautiful and gracious Newfoundland talent joined us, and I was receiving a lot of really wonderful emails of people loving the shows and loving everyone that was singing. But in all of those emails, everyone missed hearing you sing, and because you've got one of the best voices, I think, in the province.
Oh, you're
So the most
sweet.
people. So I thought, hey, let's have just a night of Tina Maddigan, and we'll share some stories. I'm going to ask some questions, and we'll do some songs, and we'll call that a day. Yeah.
We will call it a day. And I guess I'm going to take 2 seconds. Hold on, to give you a shout out. Yeah, hold on, Mr. Director. Okay. You hold on. You stop your timer for 5 seconds. I got something to say.
Put it up there. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say I kind of know I had a feeling that there was a challenge coming for my dear friend Keith Pike. And I know why you did it, because maybe some people don't know that after Mamma Mia, I did a little benefit show for you, and I was having pains in my shoulder, which I didn't realize was a piece of my spine was slivered and it was digging into my spinal cord. And I ended up, I've got a cat in every corner, was digging into my spinal cord, and I ended up having to have emergency surgery. They went through the front of my neck to replace a disc in my neck. And when they went through the front, because they couldn't go through the back, my vocal cords got paralyzed. One side of my vocal cords got paralyzed. So it was a bit of a struggle trying to sort of reinvent myself. And I was creating all these characters with the kids, which were so much fun. And then when my voice started to come back through therapy and things like that, I was scared. I was really scared to sing, and I'm still scared to sing. And I've been a little bit stressed about tonight, but I want to thank, oh my gosh, can't make it up. But I want to thank you for challenging me to share my voice again. And we're just going to keep our fingers crossed. And with that in mind, I do want to say thank you to Brian Kenny, who literally took so much time this weekend to show me how to rewire and re-loop and bring back around. And that's how they talk in the sound booth. So he's amazing, and thank you. And thank you for asking me to do this. But I think we are going to sing a little something.
yeah, but first we're going to, but thank you for that, because, you know, it's a lot of people back home, they read in the news and they saw it on NTV, and you have been through a lot in the last couple of years, and I can't imagine as a singer and actor myself to lose my voice in that capacity. So we're honored really to have you here tonight.
You're sweet, but it does make you realize that it's not just my voice that makes me who I am. Like really, the one thing I wanted to be always was a mom, and I was still able to do that. And even though it was hard to read books, we found other ways to entertain each other, which I guess made us more creative in a way. So I guess I realized it doesn't define you, but you certainly do miss it. And thank you for just allowing me to play a little tonight. So,
but
anyway,
Tina, one thing that I think that does define you is your middle part. And I think the middle part can take us back pretty far. So can you tell us a little bit about this photo?
No.
No?
I really can't.
Is this one of your early headshots, I believe?
Actually, that was a headshot. David Lays, I think, did that headshot.
Wow.
And that was after my, when I went to audition for Mamma Mia, they told me I had to grow my eyebrows out.
Oh, I have to bring it up again now that you're talking about eyebrows. I was just focused on the center part.
No.
Yeah.
And so I had this nice, sleek, I guess, part down the middle, and I guess it's kind of followed me. And I'm just going to say it. I'm sure she's watching. My Aunt Pam, she hates to part down the middle. She don't get it at all.
Well, then I thought, okay, well, I guess maybe your Aunt Pam told you to do this show because this show helped you cover up that center part.
What are you? Oh my God, Keith, where did you get all these pictures?
And so we can't see that center part at all in this photo. Tell us about this photo. What's going on here? Are you showing off snaps just like Michelle Doyle?
Oh my God. I don't understand you. This was not anything that we had prepared. This is not in my show segment. This is me doing Sister Mary Amnesia. Okay. And I was at is it Grand Bend? Grand Bend. And I got my equity card there. And I loved it. It was such a name. Mary Kelly was in that show with me, and a good friend of mine, Carolyn DeSaulnier. I met some incredible people, and that was really the first show that I did.
Yeah, and that's the Musical Nonsense, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Musical Nonsense. I figure everybody knows who Amnesia is.
Well, I played Sister Hubert at the Steamville Theatre Festival.
You did not.
I did it in drag, and I was incredible. But it's such a Bacon with the BVM. It's just such a fun show. So if you're watching and you've watched Nonsense, just let us know. Tell us that you've seen Nonsense or any of these shows that we're going to talk about, because we're just going to go down. We're going to continue down memory lane. You went from middle part to Sister Amnesia to the convent, then right to Greece. Hey.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's in Toronto.
We were talking yesterday about you playing guitar, and I guess I didn't believe you, and then I found this photo. I'm like, oh wow, Tina does play a guitar. Check that out.
Yeah, I do. I am no Maureen Ennis. I'm not going to come and play for you at the Kiwanis Music Festival, but Riley loves playing guitar, and I love Newfoundland. I love the folk songs, and more of the C, G, D vein. Anything else, as soon as the F chord comes in, it's just too much for me. So, I like to keep it there.
And that was Mamma Mia.
That was actually Mamma Mia Toronto, because in Toronto I had all the long hair, and then in New York they wanted me to chop it all off.
Oh, right on. And was that out of town tryouts? Did they decide to do the short hair?
No, that was right in New York. They cut it right in the dressing room.
Like during previews? Do you remember?
I don't know if it was during previews. I'm not sure. Yeah, because I had my short hair for opening night. I don't know.
Right on. So we had that story last week about the hair right before opening. So you had some little hair trauma before shows.
Oh gosh, yes. Actually, yeah, you're right. I do have hair trauma. I think we connect with our hair sometimes, though. I mean, there's so many women that are freaking out that their stylist is not coming, and I'm like, whatever. Get some Halloween hair root touch up and put it in. Bit of mascara, do you good.
I'm not gonna lie, I did buy a perm set this week, so I might just one of these Mondays with curly hair. Time will tell.
Please don't.
Oh no, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. So
no, you are lying.
So Mamma Mia, I can see it there behind you, the poster.
Yes.
Written by the folks of ABBA. Hey, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so here's you with which ABBA brother are you with here?
That's Bjorn. That was the opening of San Francisco.
Oh, in San Francisco. Oh, right on. For those who are outside watching that may not be familiar, so before a Broadway show opens in New York, there tends to be an out-of-town tryout. So a show will either play in San Francisco or Los Angeles, Boston, Toronto back in the day. So Mamma Mia, though, had 2 or 3 out-of-town tryouts, hey? You played a few cities.
I guess, yeah, we did. We went to Chicago, San Francisco, Chicago, and Los Angeles. It was in Chicago that they asked if I would go. And they told me I was never going to New York.
Oh, no?
Louise had been cast. And I kept saying, I could always go to New York. I've never been.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it wasn't going to happen. And then, it happened in Chicago. They asked if I'd go to New York.
And how did that, do you remember that when they asked?
Oh my God. I remember every detail of it so clearly. So Phillida and them had come into town, and that's the director, Phillida Lloyd.
Who directed that movie there a couple years ago.
Mamma Mia, The Queen. Yeah. She's done so much.
Yeah.
And she said, we're going to go out for some pancakes. And we went out. We all went out for pancakes, myself and Allie and the 2 girls. And anyway, lo and behold, they came to see the show that night, and they said, they still haven't cast a Sophie. I bet they're watching you to see if, and I said, no, they already told me it's not going to happen. And so Judy Kramer, the producer, says, Tina, if there's, Broadway can't happen. So is there anything that I could get for you? And I was like, sure, I would love you to have Ben Affleck. For some reason, I was on a huge Ben Affleck, Britney Spears kick. I said, yeah, I want you to have Ben Affleck call me. Just randomly. So the next day I get a call. They leave. I get a call from, it's too long of a story. I get a call from the dance captain, Tracy. Yeah. She says, can you come in? We have an important message for you. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, they're going to call me. Oh my God. I totally thought that's what was happening. And I went into the theater, and Tracy was in the parking lot, and she was holding a cell phone, and I was like, oh my God, is this really going to happen? What am I going to say to Ben Affleck? What am I going to say to them? And it was Phillida. It was Phillida and Judy on the line, and Phillida said, darling, we were crazy to think we could ever find another Tina. Will you be our Sophie on Broadway? And Tracy was like, give me my phone. You're going to drop it. I couldn't.
Because was that a dream of yours, Tina, to be on Broadway?
Well, it was a dream, but it was also like I also, when I went to New York, I didn't know what to expect. Like there's so much more than just opening up a show. But to me, it was just being a part of the show. And now that I'm sort of out of the rat race, like I've had Wedding Singer and auditions for Martin Short and Andrew Lloyd Webber and things like that. Like now that you know the game a little bit, there's a lot of chess playing and a lot of pieces that are being moved around. I kind of wish I knew about the game a little bit before I went there, but I'm also really glad I didn't, because it just made Sophie more genuine to my Newfoundland roots for me. It was a lovely experience. You'll never have another opening night. Yeah. And it did. It changed my life forever, the opportunity they gave me. But it was hard for me to leave the Canadian company. It really was.
And I mean, talk about like Newfoundland roots, and then like meeting people and going to New York. And, you know, New York is it's a different pace than anywhere else really in the world. Come on.
Yeah.
It's a crazy city, but being tied to your roots, how was it then? I guess, you know, you open the show and people come backstage all the time, hey, and they say hello. And
yeah, they do. I got to go home for 2 weeks, and then before you know it, we did 6 weeks of rehearsal, kind of doing some rewrites in New York. 9/11 happened in the middle of rehearsals, and then
9/11 happened. The show hadn't opened.
The show hadn't opened yet.
Right.
Yeah, we were in rehearsals, and before you know it, it's opening night, and there's fabulous people coming backstage to say hello, and you're going to fantastic parties and going to all these designers to, you know, they want to dress you for opening night, and I met some pretty incredible people. Of course, I got to meet Meryl Streep, that was, I mean, incredible.
Did you look up to Meryl as a young actress?
Did I look up? I thought you said the echo was Tim Merrill. To me, she is like the epitome.
Yeah.
Because she does comedy and she does straight acting. I mean, she paints the entire canvas with her repertoire. And yeah, it would be amazing to, to get to work with somebody like that someday. But right now, we're just working out sketches and being silly at home. But
well, here's you being silly. Here's you being silly with someone from Newfoundland root.
Oh my God. You really went digging, or Danny sent you some pictures. That is Premier Brian Mulrooney at the time and Burt Reynolds, and a codfish, because I took that codfish from Sheridan College that was given to me, and I used to screech everybody in that came to the dressing room.
Very good. That's incredible. Sorry, I was cutting out. But yeah. So did you say that's Brian Tobin?
Brian Tobin, is it? That's
Brian Tobin. Brian Mulrooney is the Prime Minister. Ben Mulrooney from CTV. That was Brian.
So who's that guy?
Brian Tobin. Lasting effect on you and every other Newfoundlander, I'm sure. So listen, and then here's one other photo.
Oh my God, we look so young. My husband.
That's gonna be ill. But look, there's you and Danny, and who's in the middle?
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. So you told us this story in week one, but I'd love to hear it again. Tell us about meeting Robin Williams.
Robin Williams was also a huge somebody that I looked up to, and I don't mean like in a Greg Malone, Rick Mercer sense, like a local sense. I mean, you know, he was completely throwing himself out there. It didn't matter how weird or obscure it was. He was who he was. To make a long story just sort of short, I kept writing to him each time we would go somewhere and say, hey, if you're in town, please come see the show. And I wrote to him when he was doing his show in New York, and I said, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but we're finally on Broadway together. So if you'd like to come see the show, I would love to have you come. Anyway, I did get a text that said, you know, I'm not able to come, but would you like to come see my show? So I went to see he was doing a one-man show for a few nights across the street, and myself and Danny went to see it. Oh my God, we were sitting by Michael Bolton.
Oh, wow.
And I think Yoko Ono was there. Oh gosh, it was so many celebrities that night. It was crazy. And afterwards, the press person made sure that I got to go over and say hi to him. And I didn't know what to say. I started crying. My husband will tell that story. I didn't know what to say. I was so enamored with the fact that I got to meet him that I kind of started crying. But he was amazing, very generous.
That's incredible. And then so you were in New York, and you met all these incredible people, and you know it's so funny that sometimes we don't even realize how we change people's hearts and we affect people. But I'm sure how many shows did you play in New York of Mamma Mia?
I think it was over 3,000.
So I mean, 3,000. Like that's a big theater. That's 1,500 in that theater.
I think it might be. I don't know. Over it may be 18.
So I mean, you probably touched like the hearts of like over 60,000 folks.
That was quick math.
At
Wow,
a-
you should be homeschooling my children.
well, at a time that people really needed it during
Yeah,
9/11, right? And
they did.
So it's really beautiful. And then I mean, to come back then, 15 years later, and to be just
My
jumping up and down on a bed like that. I mean, that isn't like you're getting
Yeah.
traction there.
it was airtime.
How did it feel to come back to St. John's and then play Donna after all that time?
Honestly, it felt amazing because I got to look at the show in a completely different context. I didn't realize how hard Donna was emotionally and physically. It can drain you. So you really have to be able to pace yourself. But oh my God, Keith, to come back to, from Anna and the set designer and the lights. Oh my gosh. And Evan in the band. And the dads working with Craig and Peter. I mean, there was nothing about that show that I was like, well, we could have done that different, or we could have done. It was so much fun from beginning to end. And of course, what made it so much fun too was the people that you cast, and working with Michelle and Michelle, honestly, was a complete dream come true. I think we should tour with that show. Oh my God, I just said that out loud. I shouldn't have.
Schools Arts and Cultural Center's book.
I know. Maybe after all of this, we'll look at a little.
Yep, then we'll look at it. Then we'll
look at something.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be fun to get the old gang together again.
But it was amazing to come back, especially to Newfoundland and to do the show. It was incredibly moving. Obviously, my mom doesn't get to see me perform very much, and I'm not performing like a whole lot. I kind of throw myself into the kids' activities and the PTO and doing daddy-daughter dance with my friend Sarah. And I love being creative like that. And I sometimes don't take that creative time for me to do the silly stuff or do a show, because I'm like, well, I'm going to miss putting the kids to bed, but it is kind of important to do it. And that was, oh my gosh, my Aunt Pam. I mean, Mom and Pam took care of the kids. They had so much fun with their cousins. And it was just incredible, Keith. It was incredible to come back and do it. It really was. Oh my God. We did so much laughing.
Oh God, that we did. Oh Lordy.
Oh God. That was the Chase the Ace that was on the go.
Oh yeah, the Chase the Ace was on the go. And I mean, we were giving them a run for their money though with our crowd, with the crowds.
I did. It was a long run.
It was a long run. It was so beautiful just to see the community come out and support the show and to support the cast. Everyone was working, like you said, everyone worked so hard. And I mean, you were pretty fabulous. If anyone's watching, there are actually YouTube clips out there. In my research, I found some YouTube clips of the show. So if you want to go back and you saw the show in St. John's in 2017 and you're feeling nostalgic, go YouTube Tina Maddigan singing "Winner Takes It All." It's pretty fabulous. Yeah. So
it was lovely.
It was lovely. And you know what? You know what else is lovely? Well done there, Tina. I know what you did there. So tell us about your first chanson.
My first chanson. Okay. I am singing Wouldn't It Be Lovely? I wanted to sing something that I was comfortable singing. And this song is on my album, which you can't buy anywhere. If you need it or you want it, you can email us, whatever. Reach out to us on Facebook. But I wanted to do something that I was really comfortable singing. That's what you said. That's what Brian said. And I was like, okay, I love this song because it's a laid back version. So I just used the track from my album, and we are going to see what happens.
And this is your first time singing, hey, in public?
It's my first time. Yeah. Stop. My heart rate's.
A full song from start to finish. And I mean, so it's pretty beautiful. So let's play it. Hey, yeah?
Yes. Give me a second. Yep.
Here we go. This is Wouldn't It Be Lovely? Sung by the one and only Tina Maddigan.
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Someone's head resting on my knee. warm and tender as he can be. Oh, he'll take good care of me, and wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting abso-bloomin' lutely still. I could hardly wait till spring crept over my windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be. Oh, he'll take good care of me, and wouldn't it be lovely? Someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be. Oh, he'll take good care of me, and wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, 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 oh, lovely. Wouldn't it be lovely?
Tina, it's so beautiful. Come on. It's so great to hear you singing. It really is. And I think that's my new favorite rendition of that song. Julie Andrews can step aside.
I don't think so.
I do. I do think so.
Thank you, Brian Kenny. I just given a shout out to Brian Kenny again.
So listen, Tina, and who was that playing? I mean, it's just such a beautiful arrangement of that song.
I really, and I have a CD on the shelf over there. I can't remember who.
We'll let you know next week.
Yeah, I can't remember who played for that. I think it was a guy here, Mark Theiss, who has a studio here, Marcosa Studios. And I think he got somebody to do a rendition of it, which I thought was great because I love My Fair Lady. It's one of those dream roles. And I honestly, that was so much fun to do. And I don't know, for some reason, I just connect with it and thought I'm going to roll with that. So, yeah.
Oh, God, it's so beautiful. And we've got some comments from the crowd. Wow, Tina, that was beautiful. I'm going to agree. And Kathy, Tessa Crosby. Hey, Tessa.
Oh, hi, Tessa.
Oh, wow. Tessa, Tina, we're going to have to get Tessa to come in one night. Yes?
Please, yes.
That's your invite. You've got
Tessa, will you come in?
You're the only one who got an online invite. But Tessa, how long have you got? Pam McCarthy, you got some claps and some music notes using those emojis. Well done, Pam. And Lynn Wade.
Hi, Pammy.
And did you ever listen? Did you listen to the original soundtrack with Julie Andrews growing up?
Oh my gosh, yes. Pam was really, so my Aunt Pam, she's in a band, Jade, at home in Newfoundland. Now she's in Alberta right now. Yeah, she's in
Jade and Switch is what I like to call it. That's an inside joke. We got to move on. No one gets it, but Tina.
Move on. Thank you. Pam will. Jade, and she's in Alberta right now with her daughter. Just had a baby. Hello, baby Ripley and Corbin. She always played ABBA and all those classic Sound of Music. Oh my gosh, she was always singing that, popping from couch to couch. Oh, how do you solve a problem like Tina? How do you catch? Yeah. That was a big one for her. Because I think I always lived in Disneyland, and but that's really growing up with Julie Andrews is where it was. And now, I'm living in the chaos here. So
one of my favorite musical theater pieces of useless information is, and I'm just going to take a second
Useless information.
because I think everyone watching it are nerds of musical theater, just like you and I. So Julie Andrews originated the role of Eliza Doolittle on Broadway. And then they made the movie. Jack Warner made the movie, Warner Brothers Studios, My Fair Lady, and didn't cast Julie Andrews. They cast Audrey
Hepburn. Yeah.
So Julie Andrews was not cast, but then this little movie came about from Disney called Mary Poppins, and so because Julie Andrews was free at the time, because she wasn't doing My Fair Lady, she wasn't asked. She was able to then be cast and do Mary Poppins. Mm-hmm. So if it wasn't for My Fair Lady, and not being asked, she would have never been able to do Mary Poppins. And then so there's a great clip on YouTube, and of course I found it, and I'm going to play it. It's when Julie Andrews won the Golden Globe that year for Mary Poppins, and she has a special person that she thanks in the video.
The winner is Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins.
Thank you very much for this lovely honor. It's a wonderful memento of a very, very happy time. Finally, my thanks to a man who made a wonderful movie and who made all this possible in the first place, Mr. Jack Warner.
So talk about like original shade, thanking Jack Warner, who produced My Fair Lady, in her acceptance speech for Mary Poppins.
That's kind of amazing.
Oh, only the way the British can do. Hey, Tina?
I love her so much. Oh my God, she's so good. I've never met her.
No?
No, I've never. I've gotten to meet Carol Burnett, which again, another amazing. But I've never gotten to meet Julie Andrews. Oh, look at me. I'm like, I can't believe I've never met Julie and she hasn't called me.
Maybe you should, maybe she should be one of your characters.
Oh, yes. Sure.
Yeah. So talk about all these characters. So tell us about, so we've all been watching your incredible videos, Tina. It's like you're doing incredible work out there just to keep us all kind of happy and sane and laughing. So can you tell us about all of the, when I first met you, the first thing you did was make me laugh. And it's because I remember directing you in Little Women and meeting you, and I was so nervous that morning. It was on top of Yellow Belly. We were rehearsing everywhere. That we'll talk about that another time. We rehearsed all around St. John's for that show.
Yes, we did.
We had our first rehearsal at Yellow Belly, and I was really nervous meeting you, and you made me laugh. And I thought, okay, wow, okay, she's made me feel really at ease and comfortable because she was able to make me tell a joke and let us know that she's a real person and X, Y, Z. So tell us about you continuing to make us all laugh.
Continue to make you laugh. Well, I'm a very needy person. And I need people to like me, to feel loved. How about I just say that right out loud, right on the line? I know I have now when I show videos to the kids, they're like, whatever. They don't, but I do have I wish I had a clip of him. I really wanted them to send it to me, but I just want to give a cute little shout out to Corbin. Corbin, you are my #1 fan right now, and I will keep making videos just to hear you giggle on the other end of the phone. So yeah, I mean, we've created a couple of crazy characters. We're in the middle of a quarantine. There's not much else to do. My homeschooling is completely dreadful. I think my children may actually disown me. I have a tendency to let my ADD run away with me. And when Danny comes home and says, "Hey, children, so what did you guys do today?" I mean, it could be anything from we painted a wall in the basement to making face masks to usually Mom dressed up as the queen today. So we've got the queen, we've got the nosy neighbor, and the kids kind of like to be involved. Sadie loves getting involved. Riley's kind of hitting an age where, my little boy is not so little anymore, but when he feels it, like he's such a good dancer, when he feels it, he wants to play along. But, I'm loving creating some of these characters. Sometimes I feel like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm not going to get a call from SNL or This Hour Has 22 Minutes or a sketch writer to say, hey, let's create together. But I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea. Melissa McCarthy could call me up someday and say, let's mess around together. And to me, that's what it's about, is just trying to keep ourselves sane, because it's hard. it's hard to stay sane right now. And sometimes I just don't think I'll survive the quarantine. I don't know. Did you see how I did that?
I did. So that's all we're going to say about that. And let's segue. Go. Like The View. Ladies.
Go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking I would lose my mind, quarantined inside. With 2 cats, 2 rats, 2 kids, my husband and the dog, the whole day long. Would we learn how to get along, locked in my house, them in my space? Would I cement that stupid look right off my husband's stupid face? I might just put him in a headlock, cause he snores at night, you see. The way he breathes and walks, oh Lord, you know, his face just bothers me. Go on now, go, walk out the door, wait, turn around now, cause we can't go outside no more. The kids might drive me up a wall. Lord Jesus, won't you hear my plea? I'll say the rosary day and night, just take these thoughts away from me. Oh no, let's I will survive. Oh, as long as I got Netflix, Lord, I know I'll stay alive. I got donuts, chips, and pop and chocolate right here by my bed, so I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. It takes all the brain I have to pretend I'm smart. My homeschool skills, they are as awesome as a runny fart. Teaching fractions, science, spelling, maybe colors I could try. Is 2 + 2 that equals 5? And did you know that pigs can fly? Let's do a dance, play peekaboo. Let's get some markers out and give ourselves a Post Malone tattoo. I might just have to pop some Xanax, maybe smoke some LSD. Now wash your hands, it's dinner time. And no, it's not gluten-free. Go on now, go, walk out the door, wait, turn around now, cause we can't go outside no more. We don't have to get a shower, we don't have to brush our hair. We'll play Fortnite 50 hours in our puffin' underwear. Oh Lord, yes, I will survive. I'll just have a pantry party so my sweet tooth stays alive. I'll just eat away my sadness as my pants expand in size. Don't call me mom or wife or Tina, all they know is thunder thighs. Go on now, go, walk out the door. I used to be a Broadway star, now I look like a dinosaur. Grab your kids and just be silly, cause there's no day like today. Be kind and dance your butts off, and we'll see you soon someday. Just survive. Oh yeah. Come on, kids. Take it to the bridge.
Tina.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that too. Cheers. Tina, come on. Like, no one can make me laugh as much as you do, honestly. Like, how do you do it? How do you come up with those lyrics? Those lyrics are like...
You know what? It was my cousin Lisa Morrissey is just an incredible writer. And she was rewriting lyrics to Patsy Cline's song. And she wrote, I've got friends in low places or something, I think it was. And then she was kind of inspiring me. She said, you know, the Holdermas family is doing all these songs. People know when they have a song, there's not like they've only got to watch for the song.
Yeah.
When you do a sketch, they're not really sure how long it's going to be. So it's like, well, if I click on it, then I got to watch the whole thing. But with the song, you're kind of like, okay, I know how long the song's going to be. So I don't know why that one came to my head, but I called her from my closet at like 3 a.m. and I said, does this make any sense? And she was like, don't ever call me again and ask me for lyric help, because I don't know where that just, and so that came out of it, but it takes so long to get it, like to get the kids to be a part of it, to get, oh mom, you really going to do that again? Are you really going to, whatever. So we pulled it together, but that was an all-nighter. That's what Tina stayed up all night last night editing.
Oh, and we are so grateful for it
We
because
stood here last night, recorded it in the music room, edited it and clipped it, and tried to put some of it together. So, oh my gosh, Carrie, sorry, that's the first person I've seen, I think, from Kansas City. Hope you're doing well, guys. Sorry. Anyway, it was really fun to create, and I love getting to work with the kids, and I love that Riley. I mean, he's just so movable. Did you see his? I know.
Billy Elliot, let's go. Come on.
Hello, and Sadie, whatever.
Need like
She's all over the place. She's got a scene in every video.
Yeah, so the apple doesn't fall far, I'm sure.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't fall far.
So listen now, although like because I can relate. If you saw my bedstand, there's a few snacks there and a few wrappers, and are you snacking a lot, Tina? I know I am. It's all I do is snack.
I honestly have to tell you, I'm snacking way too much, and it's all on stuff. Oh, Tanya, hi, Tanya. This was another woman who calls and says, you need to keep writing. And if you don't ever second guess yourself, you put it all out there. God love you. I am snacking on the worst stuff. I am snacking on like peanut M&Ms. Oh my God, the Skinny Pop. My stomach is now saying, please stop, because it just, not even like my pants are expanding. I just don't feel, my stomach is like, please stop now. Like it's time to stop having Twix for breakfast.
Having what for breakfast?
Twix.
Twix, yes. Oh my God, I do love a Twix though.
Yeah.
I take the caramel off first, and then I eat the biscuit on its own.
Are you serious?
Well, it's full on. But so for breakfast, if it's not Twix, I think we should. I think having something a little more nutritious could be useful. So shall we get that old? Shocking. She's gonna kill me for saying old. That beautiful, youthful. I wish I looked like her, lady.
My bud.
Our bud, Michelle Doyle. She's one. Michelle Doyle. Here we go. Michelle. You're not old.
Oh my God.
I know.
Really. I'm right here. I'm actually right here.
Actually, right here.
I've been listening the whole time.
Keith, if you didn't throw me the odd gig every once in a while.
No, you don't. Come on. You've got. I'm not going to ask.
This ring light doesn't work enough. Like, come on.
Do you have a ring light? Are you using a ring light?
Yes, yourself.
I'm sorry, Michelle, but you look like you're on an episode of Cops. Like you're being interviewed for a drug interrogation. It's just like, I'll take my ring light and blow it up. Like, see, now we can help you. No, you are full.
So, folks, go follow Michelle Doyle at Doyle's Daily Dish, and that's what you'll get. You'll get that.
Young people like it too.
So listen, Michelle, we're talking about Twix for breakfast, and can you tell us about, because Tina's doing these incredible funny videos that are keeping us all happy and laughing, but you're also on the online community video stream. So can you tell us about what you've been doing in the last few months? Well, it's been a bit longer than that, but just tell us about Doyle's Daily Dish.
Oh yes, Doyle's Daily Dish is what we're talking about. Okay, yeah. Right. So yeah, I just started doing. I cook. I love to cook, and it's like a real passion for me to cook for people. And I live alone with my daughter, and Doyle's Daily Dish kind of became something that I started doing for friends and clients in Florida. And then when the COVID happened and we were trapped in our houses, I was like, maybe I should start, I don't know, sharing my recipes. I don't know, it just became like a thing. And people kind of liked it. And then, well, one episode I got Edie on board with me. As you know, Tina, kids are excellent on camera. So it was actually really fun. She cooks with me all the time in the kitchen. Actually, she loves it. She's all about it.
Great. So
go ahead.
We'll play that clip.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Yeah. We'll play the clip, and then we'll chat more. But this clip, folks, if you're watching, put the Twix aside, and we're gonna get a great little recipe here. Here we go.
With my baby, yeah.
Okay, Edie, what are we making today?
Cheesy scrambled eggs.
No.
Oh yeah.
So what do we put in the egg bites?
First, we put eggs, of course, Lee.
Of course, Lee. Okay. Okay, so one. Here, I'll take this and put them in the sink. We're doing 6 eggs. No shells. Really good job. Okay. Okay, here we go. And hands washed. Now, what do we have to do?
Bacon.
No.
Actually, cheese.
No. Actually, this.
Oh, yeah, whisk. But let's whisk.
Whisk. Okay. Whisk it up. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of milk, maybe about like...
Half a cup.
No, maybe about a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
Some pepper.
Yes. Some pepper.
Keep going.
Mommy, not that much pepper.
Okay, that's pretty good. And a little bit of salt.
Let me put the salt.
You put the salt.
Because they don't have too much.
Good job. Just a pinch of salt. An Edie pinch of salt. They're all whipped up. Okay, wait. Are you going to eat the bacon?
No.
Are you going to taste it? Okay, go ahead. Let me know how it is. Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pour it in here so it's easier to pour into our muffin tins. Okay, so what do we have here, Edie? We've got our muffin tin and we put a little bit of
Oil.
so that they don't stick, right? Good job. A little bit of bacon in each one. And you could do mushrooms, you could do peppers, anything you like, but Edie's favorite is cheese and bacon.
Can I just try this cheese?
Yes, I'll do this and you do the cheese in each one. So we're going to fill it about halfway each muffin tin.
Okay, and I'll put the cheese.
You start putting the cheese in. Good job. This is going to make, we thought it was going to make 12, but we think it's only going to make, how many eights?
I don't know.
We'll count them. It's only going to make 8, so let's put this bacon into the rest of them. We don't want to waste this bacon, do we? So 6 eggs, 1/4 cup of milk, a pinch of sugar, pinch of salt, and a little bit of pepper, 1/4 cup of milk, cheese, and cooked bacon that we cooked really crispy, didn't we? Are you licking your fingers and then putting it in the pan? It's a good thing only us were the only ones eating this. All right, let's go. Okay, and now what do we do with them? We put them in the
Oven.
for how long?
15
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
Now we wait.
Now we wait. Okay, so we took our 8 egg bites out of the oven.
No, 7.
Well, there were 8. Now there's 7 because she's already eating one. We put them in the oven for 15 minutes on 375 degrees. In this one, we've got egg, bacon, and cheddar cheese, but you could put peppers. You could put what else, Edie?
Basil.
Basil, onions, anything you want. Just bake them off for about 15 minutes. We took them out of the pan, and now we're going to eat some of them, but the rest of them we're going to put in the fridge. They store really well, and you can just reheat them in the
Oven.
or microwave.
But Mommy, I don't want to because I want to eat some more and more and more and more. I'll eat them all.
I'm going to eat one too. Cheers. Bye.
Mom,
See you next time.
put it right there so I can have some more.
She's asleep now, by the way.
She's asleep. That's so beautiful, Michelle. Like, not only because it's food, and I think food is beautiful, and I just love the look of food and those egg bites. I'm making them tomorrow. I have the eggs ready. But just, baking with your daughter is so beautiful. And so listen, did you grow up baking with your family?
Oh yeah. Well, my mom always cooked. We grew up in a small. Oh, that's awesome! Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna make me cry. Grew up with my mom cooking. We had a garden. Lived right next to the ocean.
Yeah.
And fish and. The things we complained about. Oh, Mom, you're not making another homemade meal for us. Oh, not fresh vegetables out of the garden. Oh. My mom is an amazing baker. She makes amazing homemade bread. amazing pie shells. Now, I'm not a baker. I'm not a big fan of baking, but I love to cook. So I defer to my mom for in that picture you just showed, we're learning to make pie shells. I'm actually pregnant in that picture. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're making pie shells in that little
Pie
picture.
shells are not easy to make.
I know it's not. It's like one of those things you have to like just learn and get the feel. I can do pasta. I'm not very good at baking. I can do pasta pretty well. Again, it's like one of those things you just kind of learn, get the feel of it. And I'm terrible with recipes. So
Can we just take requests of videos that we'd like? I want a pasta video.
Totally. Oh my God, that's coming for you, Keith. Pasta. What kind of pasta do you like? I will do it for you.
Oh, you put it in front of me and I'll eat it. So whatever, like any pasta and any pasta. I love pasta. I do.
I do too. I don't want to eat it all the time though. So it's just, I'm a carb addict. It's like once I cross the bridge, I'm just like go down the big carb hole and I want to eat all the carbs. So I try to stay away, but it's not been easy during the COVID now, has it?
No, it's not. Tina, are you eating carbs?
I turned myself off.
Are you eating carbs?
I find I am, Michelle, like I'm eating a ton of carbs, and egg bites, that would be something so low cal and protein filled, easy to do with the kids and sitting there waiting for something else. I have loved your Doyle's dish.
Thank you.
They honestly, they've been amazing. And seeing you baking with her, cooking with her in the kitchen is so funny because they're so honest, right? Kids. It's like we took out our 8 egg. No, we ate 1, Mom. It's 7.
Well, I edit a little bit, and one of the things I edited out was I said, well, you could do anything with these egg bites. You could put peppers, you could put blah blah blah. But we're doing Edie's favorite tonight, cheddar and bacon. She was like, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite at all. I'm like,
oh, thanks, Edie, for ruining it. Can you follow the script? Like I've got other kids standing by that will say these lines. So buck up.
Working with kids, it's kind of like really. It's so fun though, because like at the end, she's like, "No, mommy, don't put them away. I want to eat more." And I'm like, "Thank you, yes."
Seriously, so Michelle, I don't know. Like, should we do it again and try to get some Doyle's dish, or come back to Hope on the Rock?
Oh my God, would you come back to cook with me, Tina?
Me,
we could cook together and we could sing together.
My vote is yes. My vote is yes.
I think that would be amazing.
Because amazing.
Did you ever hear this? Just a quick story about Tina Maddigan. So, firstly, I don't know if that's a word. So Tina's always been like just this person that I've always admired. And then she went off into Sheridan and Broadway and all this stuff. So I was on a cruise ship after finishing Sheridan College. And I land in New York, September 11th. September 10th, not September 11th, September 10th. So I run to the theater and I got the very last single ticket for the last preview of Mamma Mia when Tina was going to be opening Mamma Mia on Broadway. So I was so excited. My first Broadway show, my first time in New York, I was going to get to see Tina in a couple of weeks when I would return. I was going to get to see Tina in Mamma Mia. And then 9/11 happened. And, we never went back to New York. She didn't open when they were supposed to open and all that stuff. But I kept that ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But when we got to do Mamma Mia together, it was so amazing because I was like, oh, I'm so intimidated. It's Tina Maddigan. Oh, my God.
See, do I put that off? Because I am the furthest thing from that.
Yeah, but you don't need to put it off. You just are you. Like, come on. It's not about putting it off. You're amazing.
No, I mean, do I seem like I'm not an approachable person?
Oh, I don't. You were amazing, like always amazing to me and to especially when we did Mamma Mia, but I was just nervous. I was super nervous about working with you.
I felt the same way about you and Shelley. And when you said one time, you said, come on over to the house now, Alan's, we're going to have a little shindig in the backyard. I couldn't believe I was going over to Michelle's house. And not because of Alan. It was Michelle.
Yes.
I mean, what were you doing there? Kind of like
Those backyard parties, so fun. We won't be able
Oh,
to get that
wasn't
this
that
year. Oh my God.
to see Julia and Katie, and it was so amazing. It was like no backyard party I've been to. Like, we didn't just throw a couple of crappy steaks.
Well, that backyard party started as a birthday party, if I'm not mistaken, for Katie Sullivan. And then it kind of turned into like a block party, and like it got big, and then we kind of had to stop doing it.
It was like you could choose to go to Kitty Vitty or go to your house.
It's like, yeah.
Instead of the regatta, I went to your place.
It was really,
If I had to choose between either of those places, I would always choose Doyle's Daily Dish.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michelle, so much.
Thank you, guys.
Popping in. And so, folks out there, if you're watching, if you're hearing me speak, head on over to Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram account, go make one and join Doyle's Daily Dish. And there's so many great recipes out there. Michelle, you're doing great work.
Bye, guys. Keith, I love you. Love you, Keith.
Michelle, thank you so much.
And we'll see you next week.
Next week? I can't wait.
Next week, we'll sing some songs. Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye, bye, bye.
I love you. So I thought you were keeping a timer on me because I thought this was going to be like a half hour. And then it turned into a Joan Rivers interview, Keith Pike.
The stories were so good, and we had to hear them all. So
you're so sweet.
The stories were this is wonderful. But we've got one more song to go.
Yes.
And watching tonight and hearing you talk about your family and seeing Michelle's family and hearing Michelle talk about her family, it really did make me think how this time really is bringing us all more together as families. Some of us. And it's kind of it's a silver lining in everything. So
and there's a lot of families as well that like they can't be together, whether it's double bubble or triple bubble. A lot of people can't be together, and this is valuable time that you're missing, with your kid or with your grandkids or even with your own child, whether you're 85, 65, 25, but time goes fast. And I'll sort of give a tad to the next song. Yeah. I wanted to sing one of my favorite songs, and I know it's a slow song, and my mom will probably say, don't go singing none of them sappy ballads. Nobody wants to be hearing all that stuff. They just want you to do something funny, get in and get out. But the other night I was tucking the kids into bed, and it hit them that we were in a COVID quarantine. And they weren't getting to see their friends. We're going on 8 or 9 weeks now, and it struck me in a way that I wasn't ready to respond to. And Riley's birthday is this week, and he said, I really won't be able to have a birthday party, and none of my friends will actually be able to come and say happy birthday. And I wanted him to know that although he's getting older and he's slipping away, one of the reasons why I started doing an album was because I wanted my kids to remember me for who I was and a little something to leave behind for them. And the song is called Godspeed. And it's just a little thing for Riley because I just thought it would be special to do for him on his birthday. And there's no day like living right now. And this is a little one to my kiddies.
Here we go.
Dragging tails and the water is wide. Pirates sail and lost boys fly. Fishback moonbeams every night, and I love you. Godspeed, little man. Sweet dreams, little man. All my love will fly to you each night on angels' wings. Pocket racers all tuckered out. Superman's in pajamas on the couch. Good night, moon, we'll find the maps. And I love you. Godspeed, little man. Sweet dreams, old man. All my love will fly to you each night on angels' wings. Godspeed, sweet dreams. God bless Mommy and Matchbox cars. God bless Daddy and thanks for the stars. God hears amen wherever we are. And I love you. Godspeed, little man. Sweet dreams, little man. All my love will fly to you each night on angels' wings. Godspeed, Godspeed, Godspeed. Sweet dreams.
Honestly, Tina, when I watched that video earlier today, I was just in a puddle. In a puddle. It's
They're
so
growing up really fast, really fast.
that was
And
such
this is time that, you know, to hold your kids so close because honestly, they're growing up before our eyes, and there's so much, some of these graduates and stuff. I mean, I look at that last picture of him and I'm like, oh my God, it's before I know it, he's gone off to college. And that's not what I signed up for. Can I just say, I signed up to raise kids. I didn't sign up to go into retirement and live with my husband. I signed up to stay a mom. Oh, I love you. Happy birthday, Riley. And happy birthday, too, to Noah Malone back home. Giving a little shout out there. But I love my kids. And thanks for letting me do this.
Yeah, well, I it's so important for me to surround myself with people that share all the love that they have to give, and I'm so honored that you're like one of my people, because you have so much love to give to not only the world and to the people from the stage, but watching you love your family and the way that you love your family is truly so beautiful.
Oh, Keith, thank you so much. That means the world to me. Seriously. Thanks for giving us a platform to help raise money for the food banks at home and for entertainers in need. I seriously, I really do. We talked about this on a whim. We should do something. And I didn't realize that it was going to turn into this. So thank you so much for everything all the opportunities you've given me, and for this opportunity as well. Hopefully we help some people.
Right. And so before we finish off tonight, let's do a quick little recap. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just going to do a little thing. So we're at $3,950 so far. So we've raised a few $100s this evening.
Okay.
And I'm going to list off some of the folks that gave this evening. So we've got Danny Mayer at $100, Jennifer Grant, $30, Lynn Wade, $25, Anonymous, $50. Thank you, Anonymous. Lynn Croft, $50. Hey, Lynn. Nice. That's Jane Hutchings' family. She played Annie back in the day.
Oh.
Allison Mayer, $25. Barb Kale, $25. Hey, Barb. And Nancy and Joel Ray, $25.
Oh my gosh, half of them were my family.
Wonderful. It's so wonderful though. So folks, let's try and hit 4,000 tonight, or even more. If you have it in you, head on over to www.gofundme.com/Hope on the Rock. The link is just right there. You don't press the link on the video, just read the link, write it down. But you can find the link anywhere on our Facebook page or the event page.
I think maybe tonight's people that donated, seems like there was a lot of people that are the Kansas City team, and maybe the Newfoundland team needed to hear, it's the 24th of May and we like to get away up in the woods or going out the bay. Well, there's all kinds of places, but the place you like to get is up on the highway in the gravel pits. How about that one?
Here's for that. I know, for the Newfoundland.
At least $25, people.
At least. And folks, remember that all of the funds that we're raising tonight are going to theater artists who are finding themselves out of work. We're not going to be back on stage for, I'm thinking, maybe a year. And so it's going to be a tough time for artists. So if you're watching, and even if you've donated in the past, even throw us another $5 or $10 if you've got it in you, because I think, Tina, we're going to keep these concerts going, and we're going to be online for a while, I think. So please.
I mean, I'd love to come back. I don't know if I'll be pulling another all-nighter making a video, but you know me, I could push myself, but have Michelle and Tess. There's so many great talent in Newfoundland. So yeah, Keith, do it. Keep it going. I'm going to sleep tonight.
Check your St. John's Facebook page for upcoming events, and we'll definitely be back next Monday night for some Joel's Daily Dish, and Joel's going to sing, and then we'll see how this goes. And thank you, our audience, for watching. And if you have any comments, or if you have anything you'd like to request, please just let us know. And that's a great thing about online. You requested, and we can try and make it happen. Right? Okay. Well, thanks everyone, and thank you, Tina. Lovely.
Thank you, honey.
Happy birthday, Riley. I hope it's the best yet. And we'll see everyone next week. God bless everyone.